During the Celtic Tiger, we proved that Ireland and Irish people are agile and can do. And the Labour Party wants to say, particularly to the people who are listening at home, that if you put your trust in us when it comes to the local and the European elections, just as in the early 1990s, we will not let you down. We will work locally. We will work locally to get your jobs and your community organisations to sustain the local community. We will work at international level to rebuild Ireland's reputation so that we become a good borrowing risk again, so that we're not being charged the same kind of interest rates that are being charged to countries with a much weaker economic situation than we have. This year alone, we could end up paying an extra $1 billion in higher interest charges because of the reputation that's been done to our economy. That's money that could be putting our graduates to work. And can I recall a personal heroine of mine, Eleanor Roosevelt? During the Great Depression, Eleanor Roosevelt was one of the people who inspired the public arts programs in the United States that allowed people like Jackson Pollock, a range of famous photographers and famous cinematographers, to have work through a public work scheme while they waited for the economy to pick up. If we have to offer a transition in terms of internship for our graduates, if we have to do the same for our apprentices, if we have to take our apprentices in and educate them for 3 years at the beginning of their apprenticeship and then put them out to work when the economy is recovering, we should be agile enough, and the government should be agile enough to do that. I'm not sure that Fianna Fáil can do that, because I think Fianna Fáil in some way have lost what they were once famous for, that incredible self-belief bordering on arrogance that gave them a certain chutzpah. The Labour Party has the chutzpah, we have the belief, and we have the analysis. If we get the votes of people, we will do that work and we will turn this country around. That is my pledge to people on behalf of every Labour candidate who has been up on this platform today. Yesterday, the ESRI printed or published a document setting out a strategy for sustainable recovery. And guess what? It very much ties up with much of the 10-point recovery strategy set out months ago by the Congress of Trade Unions. So, you know, it's a bit like the song, the farmer and the cowman should be friends. There's nothing separating private sector workers from public sector workers. We are in this together. We can build, as many other countries are doing, a national infrastructure fund to put people back to work and put investment back into the economy. I recommend the motions before you. In relation to motion number 8, the suggestion there is to nationalise all banks. I have to say, I wouldn't nationalise them all because some of them are not worth it. We'd be nationalising debt rather than nationalising assets. So I would like you to refer that back, but I respect the spirit of that particular motion. I just don't agree with the technical wording. And believe you me, we will, I hope, end up at the end of this period with publicly owned banks that direct public investment for the public good. In relation to the motion from Glasnevin on Anglo-Irish banks, which I think is number 6, that motion has now been withdrawn because obviously it's been overtaken by events. But delegates, one thing that we have to do is we have to give people a sense of confidence and a sense of hope. And I believe that we have the policies that can do that. Thank you very much.